Nothing gives me greater pleasure than to be talking about this match because of one thing, and I think it's very vital to football, that Fitzroy won the match and brought the football back to the clubs again and gives them all a chance. Not only did they bring it back to the clubs, they brought it back through good football too. There was no luck, no nothing at all, and it was nice to hear Barassi take it in the chin this morning and get up smiling again. Not that I thought he coached the side well yesterday. I thought he made a lot of mistakes. The first quarter, of course, opened with North with the win. I didn't think they kicked enough with the win. They were not enough players to Fitzroy with the win. They didn't kick enough goals with the win. They had 11 shots to about, I think it was about 6 shots, and wasn't far enough in front.
What were the mistakes Barassi made, Jack?
Well, I thought that playing too many big men made them very slow, and then I thought that he woke up to it very early too.
Well, he corrected
it. No, he did not. Now he played a slow man at centre half forward. They woke up and put a slow man on him, Hansen, and just as big as him, and curbed his. They put Serafini onto Blight that curbed him. They took Dempsey off the... He took Dempsey off the ground when he was dominating the match at one stage. When he was dominating the match, he took him off the ground.
Well, you're saying that Bill Stephen outsmarted him.
I think he did outsmart him. He had nothing to lose.
Why didn't you say
I'll say it. Don't think I'm worried about anything like that. So you just keep quiet till I give a resume on the match. If you don't, you can ask questions afterwards. At half-time, and it was the second quarter that North Melbourne came into their own. They had Nettlefold on, poor little, doing nothing else but trying to block the rover of the...
Poor little who?
The good little rover, Wilson. If you're a good footballer, you always get the fellas on you. And here it was Nettlefold, who's just a footballer, was holding him and keeping him not from being a top player.
His father's a QC.
And at I wouldn't care if he's not a QC. And I always, at the 5-10, I thought, well, they've got enough here. They played well in that quarter, and I thought, well, perhaps they can go on with it now. And but then Fitzroy got on top again, and I think this is the quarter, the third quarter, they start to smell victory. The players that can win matches came right into business from. One in particular was the centre half forward or roving around here. I reckon he paid all his debts to him yesterday, the big fella Quinlan. And Quinlan came right into business. He showed him what a kicking the football is, and what then the little fellas got going too. As soon as Quinlan took over, and the little fellas started the hand passing right down the ground.
Backed up beautifully.
They had shifted out of the centre. They shifted Dick. Is another mistake. I don't know why they shifted Dick out of the centre. He was doing what he liked with Richardson at that stage, but they shifted Richardson out of the centre, so they decided to shift Dick out of the centre, and he hardly got a kick in the last quarter at all. But then at three-quarter time, I had a good talk to myself, which I do when I'm studying football, and I thought it's not enough. It is not enough, 31 points in front. I think it is enough, I said, for North Melbourne. It is enough.
Well, you're saying this to yourself?
They'll go on, yes. I think they'll press the button just about there, but they did press the button, but there was no petrol. Not a bit of petrol there. Oh, they'll take the petrol pump right down.
How do you talk yourself up there? What do you do?
Oh, well, when you're trying to analyse the game, you see what I mean? It's what good footballers always do, talk to themselves.
Are you a good subject, Jack?
Yeah, I'm a good subject. I listen to myself all the time. But in the last quarter, I have never seen a side panic so much as North Melbourne panicked. And I think this will be one of them too, as there's Dench going along there. And then...
He's in trouble fitness-wise, Jack.
Yes, here's Schimmelbusch. The old-timers got him back into business now and again for them when Dench got loose and got it to Schimmelbusch. But they were the ones that got him back into business. But in that last quarter, I saw Blight come into goals. He's panicked. He kicked one out of bounds. He kicked one with his left foot over his head. I think he kicked that one. And there was other two players. Sutton had a big chance of winning a game. He couldn't kick a goal.
Well, Barassi can be beaten, Jack.
Oh, I'll say, not only did he beat him, he's got no measuring stick.
Jack,
this is what I'm worried.
You've been going with great confidence. It's because you've got another great tiger on the panel with you at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, Sheedy, I'm trying to learn him the caper.
Listen, that's what not to do. Listen.
Can we ask Mr. Skilton for the votes?
I want to ask Jack one more question, if you don't mind.
I just want a couple more questions up there, if you don't mind.
I would like to ask you one, Jack. What have you got against Barassi?
I've got no spoilt league football, that's all.
Why is he spoiling?
Can I put a line in? It's really not relevant to the argument.
No.
Oh, no, come off it, Brian.
Because I might answer.
Well, there were quite a few. Right, I could have almost put Higgins in for a vote. He's played extremely well for Fitzroy, but I gave Serafini. He had the job to do on Blight and did it extremely well, and I thought that Blight, as a half-forward flanker, is nowhere near as penetrating as when he's played at full forward. 2 votes to Bernie Quinlan, although he was beaten in the first half. His second half was absolutely great. And I got 3 votes to the Fitzroy wingman, Harris. Didn't matter who North Melbourne put on Harris, he beat them all day.
You okay with you, Jack?
Yes, I agree with you. I must give a little bouquet to that Harris. He's only as big as that. And by Jove, has he got something that makes him go. He's got a
pretty
little
hard there, Jack.
Yeah, plenty of petrol too.
Okay, we'll be back.